Hey guys, Takuyasugi here with a new hero on Korean Lost Saga. This is hero 170 Gunner. So they actually drew this as a premium from Dungeon Fighter Online, which if you haven't heard of, it's a pretty older MMO, kind of Shadows of Mystera, Dungeons and Dragons kind of inspiration MMO. But it's very cool, and they have a class called Gunner in it, and this is that class in Lost Saga, so let's check it out here. So 4 hit basics, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth hit will knock back and knock down. If you're close up, your arm will actually knock someone down with a kind of melee hit. But otherwise, if you're a little bit away, it's not going to do that. But if you get close and your gun hits them, it's going to whap them down onto the ground. So it's an interesting mechanic there. And your basics will also hit people as they're on the ground. So eat your heart out, cowboy. This takes no aim. It automatically does this, so you can do it. You can actually probably hit them on the ground 2 times if you knock them down with a melee, so it's pretty nice. You can also change direction as you're shooting, so if you want to aim in a different direction, you can do that. So nice basics there. So moving on to the hold D. You'll pull out a grenade. Depending on which direction, left, up, or right, you will pull out a different grenade. If you hit the left direction, you'll say flasher or something kind of Englishy. And you'll hit your D key and you'll throw out a little lightning looking grenade there, I think. It'll keep the status on for a second, so you can't loop it completely. It'll have like some kind of system to prevent that, like fire mage meteor and stuff like that, where you can't loop it over and over. If you hit the up key, up arrow, you'll pull out your buster grenade, and this will pretty much be like an average grenade where you can pop them up into the air. And I don't know if this is an infinite, but DevK is definitely having a problem with this. This looks like an infinite. If someone doesn't have a recovery, this looks like an infinite. You can just sit there and throw busters. Wow. And if you screw up, you can always do a freeze. Give yourself a breather, maybe do the flasher to break the ice, then go back into the busters maybe. It's crazy. So I just showed you the freezer is to the right. This is a great option to give yourself a little bit more time to do some different things. Like you can use one of your guard breaker attacks. Like let's say you get a knockdown, you go into the freezer, then you could do something like your guard breaker attack like that, and just start shooting someone. But you could do busters over and over apparently. That's crazy. Also, the grenades will last a while, so if you want to throw out the grenade a little bit later, you can actually do that. It locks out your skills, however, so keep that in mind. You see how my skills are getting locked out when I pull out a grenade? But if I get hit while I'm holding a grenade, it'll pop down and then gradually explode. It won't explode on impact as soon as it drops, but it will explode like over time, like so. So fun stuff there. So your half D, you actually have a half D as well on Gunner. Half D, you'll glow red and you'll kick someone up into the air. This is a classic move from Dungeon Fighter. When I play Gunner, this is like the most PvP used move that I actually use. I don't know if it changed throughout the years or not, but I use this a lot when I used Gunner. This actually has super armor effect on it, so let's go ahead and show that super armor effect on the robot buddies here. So you can see he hit me, but I got through it with my armor. So if you can kind of anticipate someone hitting you, you can use that super armor to your advantage to get a very nice launcher like so. So off this, you can actually input off this and then go into like a kick or something else. Just be careful about not going into your grenades unless you really want to get your grenades out. So it's fun. Moving on to the dash attacks. We'll get to the inputs in a little bit here, guys, so bear with me. We'll go through the normal moves and then get into the inputs. So dash attack, you can stop at a spin. The spin will do like so. It's just a little flinching. But if you follow it up with one hit, it's just going to do a little kickback and knock them back a little bit. And then you can finish it off with the 4th hit, or what is that, 3rd hit actually, which will launch up very high. Actually, it'll launch up, so not too bad of a dash attack. You also have the hold D dasher, which is very cool. It's like a Chaos Dahlia trinket slide, very long range, very nice pop up behind this as well. And keep in mind, you can input off of these kind of attacks, so it becomes really fun using these sort of attacks strategically with your input, so you can use like the grenade if you can time it properly. It works fun. It works fun. So there's a lot of in and outs behind the character that I haven't discovered yet, and I don't know what that screen lag was there for me, but I had some. So fun stuff there. So fun stuff there. Jump attack. Simple 4-hitter. And if I didn't mention, the gunner doesn't actually use an ammo resource like some characters do. This jump attack's relatively simple. I can't really seem to get it to knock down or anything, but it does do like the little flinches towards the end there. So maybe if you catch this, you can land and do like an input, like your guard breaker inputs, or you know, maybe the I'm trying to get the grenade launcher one out. So I think that one would be the ideal one to throw out. Maybe I'm not too sure though. I'm not too sure. It's just going to be a work in progress. I can't tell all the ins and outs of the character yet. So jump attacks. So I think I went through the jump attacks. With these jump attacks, you can change direction in midair too, by the way, and it kind of floats you back a little bit as well. So it's kind of interesting. It doesn't seem like you can change direction too easily at times, but it does kind of gradually change. It's kind of interesting. So other things, let me go ahead and do the counter attack here, his defensive property. Just right quick. Oh, and one other thing before I actually move on from the defensive properties. Occasionally, when you're getting hit on gunner, I'll try to explain this as best as I can. I don't know the exact mechanic behind it, but sometimes when you get hit, a robot will come out. There he comes. So sometimes it comes out, and I'm not too sure exactly how that works exactly. But I don't know if it's like a chance-based kind of thing, but you can see the robot actually explodes sometimes when he comes out on a person. I think it'll explode your grenade if you had a grenade as well. But I'm not sure if it's like a chance-based kind of thing or not, but because it doesn't seem to come out reliably. Sometimes it'll come out twice in a row for me when I've tested this, and sometimes it never comes out at all. So I think it might be chance-based, but I'm not too sure about that. But you can see from whatever it's worth that a robot occasionally comes out. Okay, so now let's start into the inputs here. So the inputs, kind of a fun system. Down and right. This is a simple shot, but it will function as a guard breaker. So DFK is kind of short. I don't think it's going to work on him. So let's find a tall robot or just hit one of my NPCs. My NPCs are kind of short too, though. That's a human NPC, I think. We'll hit the big guy. So you can see it's a guard breaker, even though you can't see. I guess I can do it with the eyes on, right? That makes sense, right? But yeah, it does work as a guard breaker, this little down right input. And it looks like a normal shot, but you know, you can keep pressure and throw out that in between here and there to just keep people on their toes and, you know, maybe pressure them back off a ledge. So it's a really, really nice guard breaker to throw out there here and there. Good for pressure, great for pressure. So moving on to the next input is down and left. This will attach a little explosive on someone, and you can see it kind of takes a little bit of time to take down. I think you gotta pop them up a little bit more than that. Let me try to. So I popped him up on that one. There we go. Popped it again. He had invulnerability there. I'm sure there's a better way to juggle with this. I should have watched the Koreans video a little bit better. So let me try this. I don't think that would have worked. What could I have done? I could have done the grenade off that. I tell you that. I'll tell you what. So let's go ahead and try to attach a bomb. Pull out the freezer, and then we'll do the buster. Oh wait, we gotta do the flasher, right? Then we'll freeze him again. Flasher again. I probably should have C4'd off that as he was popped up there. I think that would have worked better. Let me think about this. So if I get buster, I might as well just keep doing buster, but I can still kind of attach it on, but invulnerability stats might kind of catch up to him, but he still might explode afterwards. Who knows? Anyway, moving on. That's the C4 attachment, down and left. So moving on to the down. We're going down, baby. Grocery in the Range Rover, street sweeper, baby, cocked ready to let it go. I don't know the lyrics. But down. It's a little spin, and fun thing about this one is I actually found an infinite with this. You can loop this with little shots, and I just dropped it there, but that's okay. So just, you know, keep patient. You can keep saying yak ignore. I'm ignoring your cries of help. I'm just going to do the infinite U with my little breakdancing. So that's 2 infinites I think I've found on Gunner so far. That one looks more not recoverable, but I'm not too sure if a headband. I'm pretty sure a swordsman bike headband could probably get out of that one. But yeah, that's an infinite. But if you choose to press D after the input begins, you can do like a little uppercut kick and knock them down. And you can see it might be good using that as anti-air or something. That might be pretty useful for anti-air if someone's jumping at you on your Gunner. It's kind of interesting. But you can use it as an infinite, I believe. Looks like an infinite to me. So fun stuff there. So down, left, and up. This is your little kick. You can't use it on a grounded opponent, unfortunately, but let's say you get a freeze or something. This does work as a guard breaker, so you can use this as a guard breaker. You'll say adios on your dude and shoot someone in the face as you connect them with this. And you can follow that up with some, you know, regular hits and stuff there. This will catch airborne, however, unlike the previous moves I was doing. I wasn't doing the other moves well. So if you want to get an easy way to start your combos, maybe do half D into your input there, and boom, there you go. Otherwise, you can pressure on someone and then do your little kick there, but be aware because you're kind of punishable after that. It leaves you pretty wide open, but it is a pretty decent guard breaker. I hope it's not lag sensitive though, because it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I like it. So moving on to the final input. Well, it's not the final input, pardon me. Let's start with the dash inputs before we go into the final inputs. So dash inputs, left, left, will take you to your backside no matter what side you're on. And right, right will turn you around no matter what side you're on. So it'll, depending on which direction you're facing, your inputs to the right are going to go in those particular directions. It's not like intuitive like some of the input characters where you're just rolling on one side. It will always go one direction. So left, left will always jump backwards. And fun thing about this one is I'm gonna do this on my keyboard instead of my controller. I'm gonna try to do this. So see how long I can keep it. I kept it going a while there. So you can infinitely chain on this guy as long as you use different attacks over and over. So let's say you remember the guard breaker input down right. So I can dash. I did a little early. And that's constant guard breakers. That's constant guard breakers. Just jumping back, constant guard breakers. If you can link those inputs there. And you can throw out, you know, your other inputs as well. And what am I saying about final inputs? He's still got one more input despite he's got like 3 more inputs, or 2 more inputs rather. So dash back. And this gives you a pretty wide window sometimes. So you can keep doing dash back guard breakers, or you can be silly and just change directions. It gets pretty funny. It gets pretty funny. It is pretty funny to do that, and I don't think it crosses through someone, however. So yeah, it's just gonna body into someone. It's not gonna always hit them, but if you need to change direction, you can press right to change into the opposite direction to hit someone coming up on you. And maybe you could use like an input off that change of direction. Let me try this again here. So right, do like that right there, and that'll surprise someone sometimes. So they're coming up on you, you're being chased. Maybe you dash like this, and then you dash like that, and then do the grenade, which I'll show you in a second. That can surprise someone. It's got a lot of interesting tactics with the inputs. I've always loved input characters because they have some really advanced tactics you can use strategically and mobility wise. So good stuff. So let's show that grenade input here. So it's right left after an attack or whatever you're doing, and this will implant a little grenade into someone, and then it will explode a little bit afterwards. So let's say you get like a C4 bomb on someone, boom, boom. You can throw a grenade on them as well, but that recovery again is going to be a problem once in a while. So the final input, I think this is the final input. Hopefully it is. Hopefully I haven't screwed up and forgotten one. I don't even know. So right down and left right. So kind of like Iori's grab, if you're familiar with how that was. Try to get this out here. It's not easy. It's not easy. Okay, let me try it on my keyboard. My controller doesn't always cooperate with me. There it goes. So it looks lag sensitive, but it's like a little kick that'll throw someone up into the air. And you know, if you're familiar with Dungeon Fighter, it used to be a lot of people would do like this half kick into that move. I think that's how it went anyway. So let me try to get this again off this. I've always struggled with this input here. I've always struggled with this input. So let's see. Come on, we can get it. Get it up, helmet head. No, I can't get it. I can't get it. Oh, come on. Let me try the keyboard again. Keyboard's not working. Let me just do a few practice moves here. I gotta get the timing. Do I gotta do it quicker? Oh, I gotta do it slower. Okay, so I'm doing it too quick. Alright, so I've lost it again. Okay, I'm gonna do it on the keyboard again. A little too fast, I think. A little too slow, I think, on that one. There it is. Aha! I got it. It doesn't seem to do much damage, though. You would think that would do more damage than what it does. I don't know if I'm missing something about it or what. There it is again. So I didn't quite get it that time, though. Oh! Now I'm throwing out grenades instead. There we go. Oh, almost got it. Almost got it. Okay. Almost got it. Oh, well. I'm not going to fool with this. You get the idea. You get the idea. So it's a good move. Good move. I think it's a good move. It looks like not much damage, but it might keep him on the ground a little bit longer. I don't know. I don't know. Let me see if it guard breaks. I don't think it would guard break, would it? Let me try it on my keyboard. Come on, keyboard. Come on, keyboard. Come on, keyboard. No, we're going to lose the ice status. I give up. I give up. I'm done with that move. I can't input like I used to. If I could do that input regularly, I think I would actually make Yori work a lot better for me, but I can't do that move regularly. So let's go into the skills here, now that we've been through all these crazy moves. Weapon skill. Pull out your guns and just do a few shots. I didn't press it all the way to the end. You have to keep pressing your D key. The final shot will be a nice little knockback. So this will actually hit grounded as well. Whoosh. Let's try to get the grounded hit. So there you go. Nice little knockback on grounded, but it seems kind of average. I guess we can do it on a crowd to see how it works on a crowd here. By the way, the explosions on some of these inputs will explode on people and hit people around them. So if you hit a time bomb and that teammate walks into someone, it's going to do that. Oh, I'm getting laggy, so not much range on it, it didn't look like, but that's okay. That's okay. Armor skill. Go up into the air, do a laser beam, big laser beam, and then a big boom, and I'll put flame stats on them, which will give you time to do your freeze grenade and give you more time to think if you need more time. Fun stuff with that, fun stuff with that. I'm pretty sure that will hit grounded as well, so nice stuff. Helmet skill.
Challenger, go and throttle up.
Summon a ton of little robots, and these little robots will hunt someone down relentlessly and explode on them, popping them up, and giving you a lot of time to do basic attacks and what have you. So if you want to, you know, just make it work for you here, try to do as many as you can and do a lot of damage like that. Very fun stuff. Very fun stuff. Trinket skill. Put a little pull down, and it'll gradually half faint people, and you can see it kind of ticks on someone on the ground. They can get up gradually, but it seems okay. You can just keep shooting them while that's going on, I guess. It seems like it would be okay. I don't know. What do I know? What do I know? It seems okay. So that'll do it for Gunner, guys. Gunner, he seems like on the surface he's a little bit slow, and his basic attacks seem really kind of how would I say, clunky. But you know, the whole D dasher is really good option to cover a lot of distance. You can surprise people, and you can jump cancel this if I didn't mention that earlier. You can jump cancel the slide run to get something going. The grenades are extremely good. If this is an infinite, that would be crazy. I think it is an infinite though. Just keep doing it over and over. Buster ready. And if you get unconfident about that, you can always do down down over and over, which I just screwed up on, which is okay. Just give yourself a lot of chances at infinites and whatnot. If you don't want to play the infinite game, he still has a lot of nice tools going on for him. You know, not much air mobility either, so you got to be careful because you're pretty ground based on this character. Even though you can kind of wiggle around with this a little bit, it's not the best using that, so it's okay, but it's not the best. But you'll definitely be using your dash hold D a lot. And if you're on the ball, you'll be able to use these dash inputs with the guard breaker, and you know, the grenade launcher as well off of this. And it can be really challenging to make this guy work. I think he's going to be difficult initially to get some offense going. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm saying something stupid here, because this little knockdown with the melee is extremely useful. Because once they get knocked down with that little press right there, you got them. Because one knockdown, then you go into ignoring them, ignoring their cries. I don't know if they'll nerf that or not. It seems like something they would eventually nerf. I don't know. He's really cool, though. He's really cool. He plays different than a lot of characters I've seen before, and it seems like they went to the next level and setting up. Oh, and I didn't even mention the armor kick here, so you know, you can spam this thing too and ruin people. It can be really good. I like this guy. He's an extremely dynamic range character here, and I'm not even mentioning the weird mechanics he's got with like the robot defenses and stuff. And you know, let's see if we can get it to come out again. I'm waiting on it. I don't want to get there. It comes. So you can see he's just got some weird stuff. He's got a nice counter attack. He's a good character, guys. I'm not gonna go on all night singing his praises and whatnot. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video here today, and I thank you guys for watching, and hope to see you next time. Ignore. I don't know.